Hello, and thank you so very much for joining me tonight. I go by Lune, INNATE, and I'm doing something a little different today. I haven't been feeling too well the past this week. I had to cancel a lot of my appointments, reschedule them. Basically, from what I can gather, I went to urgent care, I went to the ER, and it seems like it's TMJ. I have an appointment with an ear, nose, and throat doctor as well as a dentist, but I've been treating it like TMJ, like a real bad flare-up of TMJ or something, and it's starting to feel a little better finally, so I'm hoping that that's what it is. I've ordered a night guard. Long story short, what we're here for today is something a little different. I'm going to pull some cards and just chat with you in this kind of style. Normally when I pull some cards, I'm sitting over at the table over there. But I thought for a little ASMR treat, we'll pull some cards for the collective. Not a pick a card this time, just a general, hey, if you stumbled across this video and you're looking for some kind of guidance, I hope that it serves you. But if you're just looking for some relaxation or novelty or entertainment, sweet bro, that works too. So this is one of my favorite decks to use because it's so dramatic. It is the Cosmic Tarot, I believe. Cards look like. You see them pretty often. I see Gregory Scott uses them a lot. So let's set a little intention. As you can see, I've got candle burning over there, some incense, and we're going to set an intention on behalf of your and mine and everyone else's highest and greatest good and perfect comfort and alignment to just provide a source of guidance or insight. A little bit open. If you have a question, if you have something on your mind or something you're working towards, working through. This odd, I don't know if I call it an illness, but physical discord that I've been experiencing has certainly given me time to reflect, and it frustrates me, but it's time to put a little energy into myself, isn't it? So that was what I've been working on the past few days. Other stuff too, but some of you may have had experiences with ear, tooth, throat, head, eye stuff as well over the past few days. Seen a lot of it as I was a bit trying not to complain, but letting people know what was going on this week on Instagram. So many people were like, oh my god, me too, this is what's going on with me. So it's nice to know we're not alone, right? But back to our intention, to provide some guidance, a healing message. What do we need to hear right now from a collective point of view that will trickle down to the individual, of course, and have an effect if you choose to, if it resonates only, of course. Three fell out. Let's go with those because I was planning on picking 3. Give them a look. Alright, so have to laugh here. We have Judgment, Rising from the Dead, given a new chance, a new opportunity, a fresh start. So if you're in the boat that I am in, this might be a pretty welcome piece of information or a welcome message of some kind. I want to say music is a part of this. Music as in to bring us back, music to get us moving, to help us chill out, to help us heal. To awaken us again. This might be an indication that you might be returning to something you used to listen to, something a little more simple, something perhaps without lyrics, or with lyrics that are definitely supportive, not like an earworm that's gonna give you some like negative affirmation or harmful affirmation. So it's a nice refresh, I think. I don't know if you can tell, but these individuals are like rising from the dead from this solid rock. Excuse me. These rock formations. But look how soft they look, as if they're just swimming in it. Like what once was holding you back is easy now. So easy. You did it. You passed. You made it through. Remember that what you are always working towards, what you are working on, are the things that you are mastering. So your challenges, I guess is what I mean, are the things then that we become to master, or we work to master. And once we're there, once we get to that point, it's like, no, this is normal for me. Almost like, I don't mean that discord should be necessarily normal. That's not it. But, okay, we're coming up on Cancer season, right? I'm a Cancer. I'm pretty comfortable in Cancerian season because I'm used to it. Where other people might be like, ooh, what the frick is going on? Why am I so emotional? And I'm like, you know. Right? So it's a nice welcome card in my opinion. Okay. Then we have the Three of Wands. This is asking us again to reconnect with the self, with what moves us, what's meaningful in our world, in our private world. Cultivating our next creation, but from this absolute place of authenticity and purpose and soul connection. It's not a, what am I gonna do? What am I gonna do? What am I gonna do? It's a, I don't know, it's that in the most higher aspect of what am I called to do? What way feels good to move? What do I need to stretch? It's kind of blissful almost. So we're pairing these together. Let's begin. We're waking up. We're waking up. We're busting out. We're coming through, almost back from the dead here. How lovely. And our encouragement is to keep connecting with ourselves, keep moving higher for this divine, expanded, higher purpose of our own personal calling. What is that to you? Where is your bliss? Where is your creative, easy, patient bliss? The zone of of cultivating something truly meaningful. This card to me has a little bit of like the hermit aspect, but not in a, oh, I want to shut myself in, or I need to completely withdraw. But it asks to connect with you. She has these 3 lotus flowers, which is funny too, because I don't know if there's lotus in the desert. And it does look a bit desert-like, doesn't it? So maybe bringing something from the emotional or from all the multiple facets of your reality into this place to tenderly care for it. It's not rushed. So don't rush, take your time, cherish this moment, cherish this rebirth. All right. Then we have 7 of Pentacles. Just a reminder, don't look back. Yes, what we just went through was difficult, to say the least. Some of us may have experienced a bit of a dark night of the soul, tied to the material, as in, I'm not creating what I want on the material, or I have challenges on the material, or I've lost time, or I've lost resources, or I've lost what I've put effort into, or that was misdirected, or that didn't work out the way that I wanted to. We have been reborn. We have come through. Don't keep looking back on this, as tempting as it is, as much as misery loves company. Don't dwell, don't share. Beyond, of course, validation. I don't mean that we should bottle things up, but don't put yourself on a pedestal to continually express how hard things have been for you. Change your story, change it up. Focus on what you want to grow in the material, not what has already not worked out or what is past at this point. And I'm actually going to pull a couple more cards just so we can get a little more clarification and guidance. Those are what popped out, so maybe I'll choose my own 3. I should say too, for those of you who are pros at this, I read intuitively based on the feeling of the card and the image, the artistic rendering of the tarot creator of whichever deck it is. Okay. Go. And I'm going to pull 3 more cards. 1, 2, 3. And another kiss. Just giving out all the kisses. Alright, so we have the Queen of Pentacles here. And what this is about is creating in the material successfully, with ease and grace and wisdom. You can't keep reflecting on all the things that, don't get me wrong, to reflect, to say, what didn't work out? Why? What was the deal here? What went wrong? To take that into a form of mastery, absolutely. But to dwell, to continually disempower yourself on all that was lost or all that seems to not fit, you're blocking yourself. You have tunnel vision then. This is where we want to get to, a level of mastery with the material, a level of manifesting on the material that is graceful, that is kind-hearted, that is with a higher purpose again. What's the meaning? Maybe this fell apart because it wasn't, of course, it fell apart because it wasn't the right fit. Or maybe we went through this journey down to, let's call it, the underworld, where we were faced again with our broken childhood, growing up with broke parents, growing up poor, or growing up in lack, or anything like that. And this could be material as in I'm so sorry, material as in, you know, our material necessities, but it can also be our relationships, our friendships, you know. What maybe we went down and touched the bottom of the ocean. Maybe we went through a piece of depression and have been reminded of that lack, you know, or that, you know, lack is the best word that's coming up for me. But don't ever forget that this is who we really have the potential to be, or to embrace, or to embody as an archetype. The higher realm, the higher, more serving way of what are we manifesting. And when I say serving, what I mean is like what's best for humanity, for the earth, for your soul. What is the kind way to do it where we're not forcing things? Okay. Queen of Cups. Where's our emotional fulfillment here? So not only is this potential to manifest in grace and kindness and comfort, but also with deep emotional reward and care, emotional maturity, emotional understanding of how things are playing out and how things, I'm looking for the best word. What moves us, what speaks us, what fulfills us on an emotional level. Alright, so here we go, right? The Hermit now. Too funny. The Hermit asks again, this isn't a time necessarily to seek constant advice outside of yourself. This isn't a time to see how everyone else is doing things. This is personal. This is personal, guys, okay? Sorry, it's too dim in here. It's difficult to see. Okay, there we go. Another reminder. Like I said, these two have similar vibes for me. And it's not to follow someone else's plan. It's to really tap into your deepest meaning, withdrawal. Stay off social media for an extra couple hours today. You know, if you're like on there all the time, stay off. If you're struggling in your business, don't try to follow some blueprint right now. This isn't the time for that. We have to go back to the roots of ourselves, the roots of what's important to us, what is meaningful, what is beautiful, what is a soul level of what we've come here to manifest on the material. So we're going to walk through this little story one more time. We have been reborn. We are on the tip of rebirth. Music will support you. Choose wisely. I was listening to like some guy's music driving next to me, and I was like, like I felt so old. I was like, what, dude? Like, what are you talking about right now? And I don't mean to judge. I listen to some crazy weird music sometimes too. But what I mean more is it supportive? Is it supporting me? Is it supporting my purpose? Is it supporting my overall vibe and my clarity? So, we've been reborn. There's an inner dance we must play now of getting to know each other, getting to know ourselves again. A bit of withdrawal, a bit of personal cultivation of what we're creating in this very gentle way, this very purposeful, meaningful way, but it's smooth, man. If I could say it, it's smooth. We may have experienced a depression related to lack, to something going wrong, to fear of, I had it. This is what I had. Totally. Like, this reading is so for me. I hope it's for you guys too, and it's not just for me. But my son, I think I mentioned, has cavities. I feel like a terrible mother. He's on the spectrum. He has to be sedated to get this work done. It's gonna be like out of pocket, like $3,000-$4,000. I'm trying to save to move. I felt lack. I felt like a bad mom who can't take care of my baby's teeth. And I felt like, oh my God, like this is it. Like this is me being stressed about stuff that I swore I would never be let get to me, the way I saw my parents let it get to them when I needed braces or something, So we've had some revisit. We've revisited something. Maybe we're going over it in our mind. Maybe it showed up again. And this is our chance to embrace, like, nah, bitch, but this is me. I'm the Queen of Pentacles. I'm the queen, a ruler, an archetype of the material. And I can create anything. And like, heck no, like lack. Heck no, I'm bad. I can improve. I'm human, but this is me. This is our truth. This is what we have the potential to do, to step into. Paired with the sister of this emotional fulfillment, this remembering your emotions play such a role in all of this. If I'm feeling terrible and I'm beating myself up and I'm so mad and stressed out that I'm clenching my jaw and my TMJ starts going crazy like it never has before, and I'm like, oh damn, I really not helping myself out that much right now. What do we need to do? I'm sorry for using myself as an example. It's just, right, it's like the easiest thing. There's this emotional level, this place, or this remembering of maturity. No one's saying we shouldn't feel our emotions. My God, could you imagine? I don't mean that at all. But use them as your guide. Use the emotions as your, and I almost said minions, but I'm thinking of like the little yellow guys. But as your sensors, your on the ground level kind of giving you feedback, And again, another reminder. This is about going within. This is about not following someone else's path. I'm not, here I am giving you advice and telling you not to listen to any advice. There's obviously a paradox here. I hope that you can read between the lines and know what this is trying to say. Don't just take other people's advice without really letting it sink in. Meditate on it. Don't follow someone else's business plan to a T and think it's going to work for you. Don't ask people what you should do if you are in the middle of trying to make a decision. Don't look for feedback outside of yourself. Take the feedback that is coming from within, from the emotional plane, maybe from the material plane as well. Sometimes the material plane takes obviously longer to catch up. We might quote unquote like right ourselves within, but the material plane needs a little moment to catch up, right? So we can see some evidence there that we're back on track a little bit better, but at the same time, right? I feel like I'm back on track a little better just by the fact that I can make this video today and have these lights in my face where I was miserable the past few days, all right? So there's our little reading, guys. I'm just going to pull one more from the Trust Your Vibes deck to get some kind of like other style of guidance. This is one of my favorite decks for those of you who are a bit in general, like anyone, but the messages themselves are so good for those who aren't looking for, the Tower or the Death card or something that might spook us. Not that I get spooked by that stuff, but you know, if you're new, you might read into things a little. Alright, so I just want to select some overall guidance for the collective. Some kind of practical message here. Word, okay. And the card we pulled is fake it till you make it. So this is telling us to use our emotions, play with our emotions, create a scene. Like, I don't mean I'm gonna go out and lie like, I'm fine, I'm totally fine, guys. What? Problems? Me? Yeah, right. But when I'm home, when I'm manifesting, when I'm meditating, when I'm removed from other people, I can play. I can play in my mind. I can tap into the, 16-year-old version of me that wanted to be an actress or something, and think of my life changing. Think of how I'm handling things. Almost like I'm walking in the scene, this like production or this, I don't know, playground of being able to walk the walk a little, If you have a good friend who will let you do this with them, I don't mean that we have to be all dramatic necessarily, but who knows what you're working on, and you can fake it till you make it with them. I feel like there's a delicate issue there, right? I like the concept. I like it a lot. I feel like there's a lot of truth in that concept and that strategy. However, it's not where we can just keep faking things at the same time, right? Play with our emotions is essentially it. Tap into the emotion of success, of material comfort, of traveling, of being excited for a trip you're gonna take, of being excited for the next time you go out with your friends, or the things you want to build, or whatever it is. But indulge and invoke your emotions to play like an actor, to tap into that from a point of manifesting. And how perfect, I'm about to record the manifesting video for Patreon, so how perfect, right? Alright, well, I hope that you enjoyed this little video. I'm sorry that, I don't know if you're gonna like it or not. We'll see. I just wanted to create something. I send you so much love and appreciation. Thank you for those of you joining us on Tingles and Patreon, and who are working with me for your Reiki certifications or other things. I'm so very honored to connect with you guys. It means absolutely the world to me. So thank you from the bottom of my heart. As always, namaste.